What is up, my Majin Buu crew? It's your boy, King Majin, back at you guys with another video, and this will be the first video after I got my cast removed. So, yeah. Well, I know you guys have been wanting for this for long, but as you can see by the thumbnail, this is what if Deku had Earthbending. So, yeah, you guys have this to look forward to, and pretty much I'm feeling better right now. You guys will get other videos. I will tell you the other stuff that is coming out at the end of the video. So, yeah. Like goal for this, after I saw how well this did, it will be 110 likes. So, get there. So, without any further ado, let's get into What if Deku had Earthbending, Part 5. Last we left off, Bakugo and Deku were just fist bumping after the sports festival was announced, in solidarity of how they're gonna fight each other, and how they're just looking forward to it in general. As they would be doing this, Ochako would give off a weird aura, getting extremely pumped for some reason, yelling, "Let's do this," with their fists held to the sky. As all three, Bakugo, Ida, and Deku would look at her, wondering, why is she so pumped? I get it, we're pumped, but this level? Man. As they would be in class, they would finish up class for now, heading to lunch. As they would be heading to lunch, both Ida and Deku would ask Ochako why she's so excited, and her motivations for being a hero. As she would then say, for the money, as both Ida and Deku would pause for a minute and look at each other and look back at her. As she would then say, I want to help my family. As Ida would then say, that's a very respectable thing to be financially stable. As they would be walking and talking, Ochako asks, why do you want to be a hero, Midoriya? I know Ida has his family, but why you? As Deku would then say, I grew up having stories of how great my grandmother was, even though she's blind, and how people respected and feared her and looked up to her. I want to live up to her name. I want to be a hero like her. As Ida would say, but she was a police chief. As Deku would then say, is there a difference? Cop, hero? All they strive for is to protect people, and that's what I want to do. As Ida and Ochako would then look at Deku and smile, saying, yeah, you're right. As they would head off to lunch, and they would finish lunch, and head back to class where they would, again, finish class. As they would be trying to get out, they would see students crowding the door. And they would be wondering what's up, as Bakugo would then walk out saying, they're here to check out the competition, and to see the class that took on real villains. As Bakugo would say, move it, extras. As one of these supposed extras, Shinso, would come out, declaring war on Class 1A like in the original canon, and with Tetsu calling the entirety of Class 1A spoiled brats. After the whole students crowding the Class 1A's door debacle, Deku would head home to meet his grandmother and his mother. As Deku would walk in greeting both of them, he would then say, hey Grandma, you think you can train me for the next 2 weeks before the sports festival? And she would then say, sure, I miss dropping you back on your ass. As Deku would then say, but he would then smile saying, bring it. As Inko would be looking at them, sighing and nodding her head, and shaking her head side to side, that's what I mean. So, they would then begin their training. Toph would be constantly just throwing Deku on his butt and just beating him. But Deku will be getting much more proficient with his elements still, increasing his physical strength by little by little, and his technique when fighting people. After that, 2 weeks would pass, and the sports festival would come. As everyone would be getting into their uniforms and getting ready for the sports festival, Todoroki would come up to Deku to declare war on him. He would say, objectively, I'm stronger than you. As Deku would then say, as Todoroki would then say, what do you mean? As Deku then smiled before he could say anything, Bakugo would say, "Huh, you forgot about me, you icy hot bastard." As Todoroki would then look at Bakugo, as Bakugo would then say, "I'm declaring war on the both of you. I'm winning this match." No, I'm winning the sports festival, that's what I'm saying. As Todoroki would then look at Bakugo, as Deku would then say, "I would like to see both of you try to beat me." As Kaminari would come out saying, "But you can't see, can you?" And Deku would then say, "That's the point." Laughing, as Kaminari and the rest of them would laugh, noticing that Deku was making a joke about, well, not being able to see it, as he would regularly do. Similar to how Toph makes jokes about not being able to see. As this would be going on, everyone would be laughing, and Todoroki would then sigh and run off. As Kaminari would then say, "What was his deal?" As Deku would then shrug. Bakugo would then walk up to Deku saying, "Seriously, I'm winning this." As Deku would then say, "Bring it, Kachan." As they will both fist bump again. As they will be fist bumping, Nejire would walk in, with Deku saying, "Hado, what are you doing here?" As she would then say, "Yeah, I just came to see you, to wish you luck in the sports festival." As Deku would then say, "I got this in the bag." As Bakugo would then sigh, looking at the two of them. As she would then kiss Deku, saying, "I know you do, but I won't be able to watch your match and stay for it. So, because of my work study and all." As Deku would then say, "It's fine. We'll do something after it, okay?" As she would then smile, saying, "I'll hold you to that," hugging Deku. As they will be hugging, both Kaminari and Mineta will come out looking at her and saying, "Who's this, Midoriya?" As Deku then said, "This is my girlfriend, Hado, or Nejire." As both Kaminari and Mineta would be mad, asking, "What year is she?" And she would then say, "3rd year." As they will both be thinking, "This guy got a 3rd year girlfriend? That is so not fair." As they will be talking, Ochako would come out and see this, saying hi to Nejire. As she would then see the two of them cuddling up, she would be just a smidge jealous. But after this, Nejire would then say, "I gotta go." As Deku would then say, "See ya." As Nejire would then say, "Oh yeah, the hero I'm working under would like to see you one day." As Deku would then say, "Oh, okay." And Nejire would then leave, as the rest of them would walk out to the arena. As they would walk out, they will get into the arena with President Mike announcing all the classes. With Aizawa being there, being a little bit not okay because he doesn't want to do this. As this would be going on, Midnight would then announce the number 1 score in the practical exam to come up, and that would be Deku. As Deku would then come up, he would then say, "It is an honor to be here and to look at all of you cheering for me. That's what I would say, if I could see you guys," as the crowd would be left stunned by this terrible taste joke. But Class 1A would then laugh just a little bit. As Deku would be talking, he would then say, "We're all here for one thing, to win. So let's give it all we got. That's all." As everyone would then cheer for Deku, with no one being as mad as they were at Bakugo for his speech. No one being mad at Deku for the way he gave. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. After this, Deku would then go to his friend group, and they would talk, with Bakugo saying, "All I would have said I was gonna win." As Deku would then say, "I know you would." Ugh. As this would be going on, someone would then yell out at Deku, saying, "Do your best, Izuku." As Toph, As Toph would then say, "Bring it, Twinkle Toes. Show them what you got." As Deku would then say, I didn't even know they were gonna be here. I thought they were just gonna watch it from home." As Bakugo would then say, "Haha." As everyone would then laugh, with Ochako saying, "So that's Toph Bayfong." As Ida would then look up saying, "The former chief of police." As Deku would then say, "Yep." As they would hear this, President Mike would overhear the shouting from both Inko and Toph. As he would then say, "That woman looks familiar." As Eraserhead would then say, "She should. That's Toph Bayfong, former chief of police." As President Mike would then say, "Toph?" As he would then remember how tough she was. As President Mike would then say, "Why is she here?" As Aizawa would then say, "The cheer on her grandson, Izuku Midoriya." As President Mike would then just spit out water, saying, "How did I not get the similarity? Their quirks are identical." As President Mike would then say, "Okay." As the crowd would have overheard the conversation, Toph Bayfong and the fact that Izuku is her grandchild, they would have been rooting for Izuku even more and trying to get an autograph from Toph. Because a lot of people know Toph in this universe. Like, she is regarded with so much respect, fear, and yeah, people just really, everyone knows her name. Because she was, feared by heroes and villains alike, and respected by them in the same regard. So yeah. After this, they will begin the race, with everyone going down the tunnel getting stuck, with Todoroki freezing it and only a few people from Class 1A getting out of it. As Deku will be running, he would then see one-pointers, and he would destroy them by bending giant boulders at them from the ground. He would then go and see a zero-pointer, as he is in the lead right now. He would then turn the ground into sand under one of the zero-pointer's feet, having it sink and tip over, as he would then run by, as the zero-pointer would start to fall towards everyone else, burying both Tetsu, and Kirishima. With them being buried and not coming back to life, just surviving the attack. As President Mike and Eraserhead would see this, President Mike would then say, "Nice move, kid." As Eraserhead would then say, "He put it off balance and used it to slow them down. Not bad." As Toph would then say, "What's going on?" As Inko would then say, "Can't you feel it?" As Toph would then say, "I can, but it comes in and out. I'm focusing on sensing his vibration. I'm focusing on trying to sense Deku. And some of the crowd is masking it. It's really hard to, see him. I only get bits and pieces. And the announcements are working good too. But what happened?" As Inko would then say, "Deku turned the ground into sand underneath one of the giant robots and it fell on people." As Toph would then say, "That's my boy." Or, "That's my grandkid." As Deku would then reach the pits, he would then use a pillar of rock, shooting himself over the entire thing. No. He would use a pillar of rock, shooting himself to each platform and keep shooting himself off the pillars to different platforms, getting it across the pits pretty easily. And when he is across, he would then use Earthbending to break a few of the platforms, making it harder on everyone else. As both Bakugo and Todoroki would be just right behind him. As President Mike would then say, "Not bad, not bad. Eraserhead, your students are doing good." As he would then scoff, or sigh. As Deku would then reach the mines, sensing them with his seismic sense, he would then step over each and every one of them without setting them off. And when he was across all the way to the end of the mines, he would then stop for a minute and look back at the at the spots with the mines. And with one quick hand motion, with one quick motion of his hand, he would then push forward. Afterwards, he would then keep running. As President Mike would then say, "He's good." As Eraserhead would then say, "Yeah, he is." As President Mike would then say, "Can you give me more commentary than that?" As Eraserhead would then look, smiling a bit. That kid. As Professor Mike would then say, What's going on? As Eraserhead would then say, just wait for it. As both Bakugo and Todoroki would then start running across the mines. Not running, Bakugo using explosions and Todoroki using his ice. As they will be doing those different forms of transportation, mines would start to go off. Because Todoroki had stepped somewhere, not on his ice, like on a spot of land where there was no circle mark, a mine would go off, triggering almost every mine. Not almost every mine, triggering a large amount of the mines. As Professor Mike would then say, what? But he didn't step on a mine. As Eraserhead was then explain, when Midoriya left, he stopped for an instant and changed the position of each landmine, and putting them a bit closer to the range, so if one goes off, at least 5 might go off, probably more. As Professor Mike would then say, man! As he would then say, that's impressive. As Eraserhead would then say, it is. Kid's amazing. As this would be going on, Toph would then say, not bad, kid, overhearing their conversation. Nice move. As Inko would then be tearing up for Deku's success. As Deku would then winning the first half of the sports festival. With him in first place, Bakugo second, and Todoroki third. And Todoroki wouldn't be happy about this placement. As Midnight would then announce the cavalry battle, saying how people have to get into teams. As everyone would then look at Deku after Midnight had given him the 10,000 points with a look saying, that headband's mine. As everyone would be trying to stare Deku down for the headband. As Inko would then be a little bit worried, and Toph asking, what's up? As she would then say, Deku was given the 10 million point headband. As Toph would then say, makes sense. To stay at the top, you have to fight for it. As Inko would then look at her mom and still be worried about Deku, yeah. As Deku would then say, they're staring at me, aren't they? As Bakugo would then say, yep. And Ochako would then say, how can you tell? As Deku would then say, I might not be able to see them, but I can feel those stares just piercing into me. Ugh. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck. As they will all say, yeah, splitting up. Deku would get his same team of both Ochako, Mei, and Tokoyami. For the way they will be riding, it would be much different, but not by that much. Deku will be on the bottom with Tokoyami on the top. And get your head out of the gutters. As for this reason, Deku can't see without being on the ground, so it would be bad if he was up top and couldn't really see. So, yeah. And at the start of the cavalry battle, everyone would then start to chase after Deku. But as they would be chasing after him, Deku would then activate the jetpack from Mei Hatsume, blasting away from them. As they would blast away, they would land, and for how they would defend themselves, Deku would create slight earth pillars and stuff around them, creating barriers so people can't get through, and if someone managed to get through, they would have to deal with Dark Shadow trying to steal their headband. So, that's how they would defend themselves for the majority of the match, and blast away with the jetpack if needed. But as they would be doing this, Todoroki and his group would come charging at them, with Todoroki shooting a wave of ice at them. And as Todoroki would shoot a wave of ice, Deku would then launch a wave of earth. And they will repeat this process many times. They will be thinking about using Denki's ability to incapacitate them, but they are not giving them an opening. So it will just be a battle between earth and ice for now. As this will be going on, Toph will be feeling the vibrations of the battle, asking Inko which one's Midoriya and telling her to point to them. because she can't differentiate at this point. It's hard for her with all the people and stuff. She would point to her, and she would then be feeling the rocks coming and moving, and she would be like, yep, that's definitely him. Who's he going up against? A student with an ice quirk. Inko would then say, the kid's not bad, as they will resume their fight. As they will keep on repeating this tactic, Ida would then say, I have a plan. We cut to Bakugo and his group, and he would still have to deal with Monoma, but he would still take back his headbands, and yeah. As this would be going on, he would then go back to his group after being caught by Sero, and he would then say, next is the 10 million point. As Mina would then look over saying, I'm not even sure we can get to that. As Bakugo would then say, it's fine. I know Midoriya's weakness. As all of them would then smile at Bakugo saying, go for it. As they would still be repeating this process, Ida would then say, Todoroki would then say, what do you have in mind, Ida? As Ida would then say, it's a move I've kept secret. As Ida would then get in position, revving up his engines and using reciprocal burst. As he would blast off, Deku would feel this shockwave across the ground, as Ida and them are speeding towards them. Deku, with his quick thinking, would bend a small rock where Ida's feet are, as Ida would then trip over that rock, and pass by them without grabbing the headband, but their horse or whatever wouldn't fall down afterwards, as they would be shocked by this, and Ida would be a little bit mad, and he would then say, my engines are stalled now, I won't be able to move, as Todoroki would then be a little bit mad that, well, they can't move, and he's essentially out of this fight, as Deku would then say, good, let's get somewhere safe, as Tokoyami, Ochako, and Mei would then say, yeah, as they would then hear an explosion. Deku would then say, I can't feel Kachan anymore. Oh no, he's using that. As they would then say, what? As Deku would then be getting really nervous, just looking around, trying to feel him with his feet. As Deku would then say, yeah, he's gone airborne. As this would click with his entire team. As Bakugo would then be blasting into the sky. President Mike would then say, what's going on? Why is Midoriya so nervous? As I raised her head would then say, he can't see. And then he raised her head would then say, that's what stopped him before. President Mike would then say, that hasn't stopped him before. As he raised her head would then say, you don't know how he sees. It's called seismic sense. He feels the vibrations off the ground, and anything that is connected to the ground, he can feel. As President Mike would then say, but what? Oh. So that's it. As he raised her would then say, yes. His weakness, opponents in midair and long-range attacks. As President Mike would then say, oh, Bakugo, nice thinking. As Bakugo would then still be bearing down on Deku. As Toph would then say, yep, I struggled with that too, but I always had a team to back me up. Hopefully his team can do so. As Inko will be very worried about her son still. As this will be going on, Bakugo will appear, coming at Deku, preparing to launch an explosion and take the headband. As they will then say, raise a rock wall in front of us. As Deku will be preparing, Bakugo will be getting closer and closer, as the wall would just be starting to peek out of the ground. As a bell would then signal, as Deku would only be a few inches away from as Bakugo will only be a few inches away from the headband on Tokoyami, as he will then fall to the ground, saying, damn it! And after this, we will have the same people like in the original canon moving on to the next round, the tournament round. And this Deku would then meet up with Ochako and Bakugo, with Deku laughing at Bakugo, saying, nice try. And as Bakugo would say, you only won because the alarm sounded, being extremely angry. the tournament bracket will be the same like it originally was in canon, as Ida and Ochako would pat Baku on the back, saying, "Leave me alone, calves and round cheeks," as they would both back off of Baku for a minute to let him cool down. As Deku would then say, "Calm down," hitting Baku on the back really hard, with him saying, "God, stop it already! I'm good!" with Baku storming off a bit. After this, Deku would be walking out until Todoroki would stop him, saying, "Let's talk, Midoriya." As the same conversation will be had in canon between the two, with Deku finding out about the Quark marriage and what his mother did to him. As this would be going on, Todoroki would then leave after their conversation, with Deku saying, "Kachan, I know you're there, I can feel you." As Baku would then come out saying, "Yeah." As Bakugo would then say, "You're gonna make him use that power, aren't you?" As Deku would then say, "It's his power, isn't it? You should grow up and just accept it already." But I understand why he isn't using it. As Bakugo would then say, "We're giving it our all out here. He should do the same." As Deku would then say, "Yeah, I know. I'll make him use his other side." As Bakugo would then say, "Yeah, you do that." Afterwards, Deku would then go to the locker room, where he will be informed about Shinso's brainwashing quirk. As President Mike would then announce the next match. The next match, Izuku Midoriya versus Shinso. Let it begin! As they would both step into the ring, Shinso would start insulting Deku and his friends, with Deku not being fazed about this, just taking a calmer approach, until Shinso would then say, "You must have really been blessed to have a quirk like that. People always telling you can be a hero. Your life must have been so easy." As Deku would then run up to Shinso, punching him in the face, as Shinso would be shocked by this, as Deku would then step back for a minute. As Shinso would then step back as well, with Deku giving him a look saying, "Do you think my life has been easy?" As he would be pointing to his eyes, with Shinso understanding it. With Shinso being a little bit sad about the comments he just made, but he would still be a little bit angry and on edge. As Deku then back up, with him holding up his fist, saying, giving an indication saying, "Let's do this, no quirk." As Shinso would then understand what he means, as they will both get into a bare-knuckle brawl. We all know Deku's winning, but it's just him giving his opponent a fair fight. And yep, he'll win with Midnight announcing him as the winner. As in the crowd, Kirishima will then say, "That's so manly." As Deku then helps Shinso up, and he would say, "Nice match, man." As Shinso would then say, "Thanks." As Deku would then say, "My life hasn't been easy. My quirk helps me see, but for once I want to see someone in front of me. My life hasn't been easy. I've had to work hard to get to where I am, and that's what you'll have to do as well." As he would then fist bump Shinso in the chest, saying, "All you need to do is work hard, train your body, and with your amazing quirk, I have no doubts that you'll be a great hero." As Shinso would then tear up a little bit, walking out of the arena. As Inko would then cry a little bit, with Toph saying, "That's so sappy." As a man with a scar on his face will approach her saying, "That's your grandkid? Doesn't seem to be much like you." As Toph would then say, "Zuko!" or "Fire Lord, it's good to see you." As she would then ask, "What are you doing here?" As he would then say, "I came to see my grandchild." And she would then say, "Who's your grandkid?" "His name is Shoto Todoroki." As the two of them would be like, the one with the ice. As he would then say, "Yep, As this will be going on, they would say, the announcer, President Mike, would then say, next match, Sero versus Shoto Todoroki. As both Sero and Todoroki would step in, with Sero trying to toss Todoroki out quickly, but Todoroki would overdo it again like in canon, winning the match. As he would then sigh, saying, his father must have talked to him. As both Zuko and Toph would start the conversation. As they would be talking, Deku would then come up to the stands to say hi to his mom, because his mom and grandma, because he hasn't seen them. After he would step up, Inko would then say, you did well, sweetie. As Toph would then punch Deku inside the arm, saying, way too stabby. As Deku would then say, yeah, I got too wrapped up in it. As Toph would then say, let me introduce you to someone. His name is Zuko, or you might know him as Fire Lord Zuko. As Deku would then say, the hero? As she would then say, yep. As Zuko would then walk up to Deku, shaking his hand. As Deku would then say, why are you here? As Zuko would then say, I'm here to see my grandson, Shoto Todoroki, compete. As Deku would then say, you're his grandfather? As Zuko would then say, yes, I am. As Deku would then say, why weren't you there to help him? As Zuko would then be confused about this question, but then would see Deku's eyes and say, he told you. As the two would then discuss the situation of Todoroki and him not using his hot side. As they will be discussing this, the other matches will go according to canon, with the same victors being decided. So yeah. As they will be talking, Deku will be getting a little bit mad at this endeavor, like really mad. Until, out of nowhere, Endeavor would then appear, telling Deku to make Todoroki use his flames, with Zuko being mad about this, saying, it's because of you he's like this. If you hadn't pushed him, he hadn't done all those terrible things. As Endeavor would see his father saying, hello father, ignoring the rest of the stuff he said. As Deku would then step up to, Endeavor, saying, I'm not a tool you can use, Endeavor. He'll use his flames, but it won't be for you. It'll be to fight me. As he would then shoulder check Endeavor, walking away. As Zuko would then look at his son with sheer disappointment into what he's become. As Toph would then say, my Zuko's gonna mop the floor with your kid. And I've heard about what you've done, and I honestly think you're a sorry excuse for a father. As Endeavor would be getting mad about this, but he wouldn't do anything, recognizing the old woman, stiffening up saying, Miss Beifong. As she would then say, yep, it's me. As she would then be scowling at him. As Endeavor would be getting really nervous, and he would then say, may you excuse me, and he would then leave. As they would announce the next match being Deku and Todoroki. And as they will both square off with Deku saying, I'm gonna make you use those flames. Everyone else giving it their all, you should too. And that is it for the video, you guys. This is like 30 to 40 minutes long. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy it. Comment down below suggestions, ideas, stuff that you really enjoyed. Were you surprised that I added Zuko to the story? I might add a few other characters from Avatar and stuff like that, but I probably won't add Aang because yeah. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And for the other videos that are going to be coming out, I told you guys I will announce at the end of it. So here it is. Next video to come out will most definitely be what if Deku was the reincarnation of Tai Long. After that, probably will be what if Deku was a werewolf, and after that, it will be what if Asta had solo leveling. So yeah, and probably a bunch of other stuff. I'm currently working on a lot more than a lot of other stuff, like I'm not gonna tell you, that's gonna be a surprise, but I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Comment down below Zuko if you really enjoyed it, and give me your thoughts. I just want to hear what you guys think. And this has been King Majin telling you guys I really appreciate this. I'm glad to be back. Signing out. Peace.